Kenya Markets Trust, KMT, has in the past few years engaged in an animal health intervention project in Kenya's arid and semi-arid lands, also known as ASAL, with the aim of promoting healthy animal practices in the area. The project, made possible by funding from the UK government through DFID, is recording success in access to quality animal inputs for pastoralists in Wajir and Turkana, with plans of extending the intervention to other ASAL counties. As part of its focus on economic development, DFID conducted an inclusive market growth diagnostic, which, among other agricultural areas, identified the opportunities and potential of the livestock sector as key to getting people in the ASAL out of poverty.
We designed a program, a market assistance program, to focus on agriculture in Kenya, and Kenya Markets Trust is our primary implementer of that program. So it helps unlock market barriers in the areas of agriculture, livestock and water. So since 2012, we've invested more than £30 million through the Kenya Markets Trust into these areas.
Kenya Markets Trust is to work around developing the livestock value chain, the beef value chain, address the market inefficiencies, address the systemic issues that is preventing the country from competing effectively in the livestock sector, both locally and internationally, and be able to contribute, not only 12%, but more in GDP and move forward.
While 90% of livestock consumed in Kenya comes from ASAL counties, as an enterprise, pastoralists are not benefiting as much, given the huge potential both locally and internationally the industry holds.
There is need to understand all the major systemic issues and challenges to understand the potential that the sector can have. And these, among other things, include the centrality of the private sector to move into investment in the livestock industry.
KMT adopted a market outreach approach, a model that links input suppliers to pastoralists in a network that involves a main supplier, a local agrovet that works with agents spread across the county.
Kenya Market Trust works with private sector that have high potential of growth.
Wajir Agrovet in Wajir and Silo Agrovet in Turkana were identified in the two counties to initialize the Animal Health Intervention Project. Agents who work under the agrovets are crucial as practitioners in direct contact with the pastoralists on behalf of the agrovets and large input companies. The agrovets are tasked with ensuring supply of quality animal inputs at affordable prices, while the agents interact with the community, supplying required drugs when needed, providing information on animal health and drugs, and reporting diseases.
We've been able to reach around 33,000 pastoralists through the intervention. And Wajir Agrovet has been able to come up with a network of 35 agents, with 27 of them being active. So such that they have very regular meetings and regular interaction with Wajir Agrovet. Silo Agrovet, on the other hand, has approximately 21 active agents.
Improved animal health resulting in better market prices for livestock is already reported in areas where the outreach model is active. For a region that heavily relied on relief drugs for the well-being of their animals, more effort from the various actors is needed to wean the population off their dependency on these free drugs.
Whereby people rely on the NGOs and the government to bring free things. And we saw when these people are waiting for free things, they lose their animals.
Sisi tukupata tu simu tu, hello, tunataka dawa fulani, tunasema tu kwa majina. Naandika tu, dawa ndio hiyo. Hawezi fika saa 12, dawa ndio hii. Pap, tumepata hapa. Si hatuendangi huko. Pesa tu peke yake. Na ile madawa tunataka. Ndio tunatuma na dawa inatoka huko. Napata hizi kama tunakaa. Hiyo ni tiki kabisa.
KMT complements government efforts as private actors also bring to the table an opportunity for growth through product diversification, improvement and differentiation, building a competitive space that can only breed success.
So we're extremely committed to this area. So our program runs well into 2020. So that's a long program, and like I say, it's been going a number of years already. And so for a program of this size, it is a significant program. It is very important to us to be helping reach the poorest people. And so our approach in this program is also important because it helps us move away from the big cities in Nairobi and really reach the pastoralists, which are often the hardest to reach.
Somalia, in all its dynamics, exports livestock, and they export over 5 million livestock, per year. Kenya can do more than that. Kenya is a relatively stable country with a lot of potential. Now, if we focus on developing this sector and developing the sector to be a competitive market, Kenya can beat Ethiopia and Botswana, and a whole lot of other countries in Africa.